What if everything happening right now was never random? What if every headline, every disaster, every shift in the world was already written thousands of years ago? What if the fear people feel deep inside is not just anxiety, but a spiritual awareness that something bigger is unfolding? The world feels different, not just politically, not just economically, but spiritually. There is a shift that cannot be explained by science or logic alone. Something is moving beneath the surface of humanity. Peace is fading. People are more anxious than ever before. Fear is no longer occasional. It has become a constant atmosphere. Confusion is everywhere. Truth feels like it is disappearing, and people no longer know what to believe. What used to be right is now questioned. What used to be wrong is now celebrated. Everything feels upside down. And the question remains, is this all coincidence? Or is it prophecy unfolding right before our eyes? This is not just another message. This is a wake-up call. The kind that shakes your spirit and forces you to pay attention. Wars are increasing across the world. Conflicts are no longer isolated. They are spreading, multiplying, intensifying. There is tension in places that were once stable. There is unrest where there used to be peace. Nations are rising against nations exactly as it was written. The sound of war is no longer distant. It is constant. Rumors of wars travel faster than ever before. News spreads in seconds and fear spreads even faster. People wake up every day wondering what will happen next. Alliances are forming behind closed doors. Leaders are making decisions that could change the future of humanity in a single moment. Nuclear tension is rising quietly but dangerously. One mistake, one miscalculation, one act of aggression could shift the entire world into chaos. The earth feels like it is standing on the edge of something unknown. And just as it was written, these things must happen. The earth itself is reacting. Earthquakes are increasing in frequency and intensity. Places that were once stable are now shaking. Buildings collapse in seconds. Lives are lost without warning. Floods are rising, swallowing cities, displacing families, destroying homes. Wildfires are spreading uncontrollably, consuming forests, turning entire regions into ashes. Heat waves are becoming unbearable, breaking records year after year. Storms are growing stronger, more violent, more unpredictable. Oceans are raging, tides are rising, and coastlines are changing. It feels as if creation itself is groaning, crying out under the weight of something deeper. Seasons are no longer consistent. Patterns are shifting. Nature is unstable. Farmers struggle to predict harvests. Communities live in constant uncertainty. Fear is rising not just because of what people see, but because of what they feel. Something is not right. These are not random disasters. These are signs. These are what the Bible described as birth pains. And birth pains do not mean the end immediately, but they signal that something is about to be born. Something major, something unavoidable. At the same time, the cost of living is rising across the world. People are working harder but earning less. Families are struggling to survive. Empty wallets have become normal. Long queues for basic necessities are increasing. Food shortages are affecting entire regions. Farmland is drying up. Crops are failing. Hunger is spreading quietly but rapidly. The gap between the rich and the poor is growing wider every day. The wealthy become more powerful, while the average person struggles just to make it through the month. Desperation is increasing. People are afraid of tomorrow. Systems that once felt secure are beginning to shake. Trust in governments is declining. Trust in institutions is fading. People are looking for stability, for security, for something they can rely on. But everything feels uncertain. And in the middle of all this, dependence is rising. Control is increasing. The world is slowly moving into a system where freedom is exchanged for security. People are willing to give up privacy if it means safety. They are willing to accept control if it means survival. Technology is advancing at an incredible pace. Artificial intelligence is rising, changing the way people live, work, and think. Surveillance is increasing. Cameras are everywhere. Systems are watching, tracking, analyzing. Digital identity is becoming more common. Facial recognition is being normalized. Data is being collected constantly. Every move, every purchase, every interaction is recorded somewhere. Digital currencies are being introduced. Cash is slowly disappearing. Transactions are becoming fully traceable. Systems are tightening. Everything is becoming more connected, more controlled, more monitored. And the Bible warned about a time when control over buying and selling would become centralized. People can no longer afford the standard of living they once had. Everything is becoming expensive and the pressure is increasing on ordinary families. The cost of food continues to rise, making it harder just to put meals on the table. Electricity prices keep going up, and many households are struggling to keep the lights on. Fuel prices are climbing, and as oil prices increase, transport becomes more expensive, which then affects the cost of goods and services across the board. Rent and housing costs are rising, pushing many people out of areas they once called home. Wages, however, are not increasing at the same pace, creating a growing gap between income and expenses. Many are finding themselves living paycheck to paycheck with little to no savings. Debt is increasing as people try to survive, and financial stress is becoming a daily reality. Small businesses are also feeling the strain. The cost of running a business, rent, supplies, and transportation is going up, forcing some to shut down or raise prices, which further burdens consumers. Unemployment remains a challenge, and even those who are employed are struggling to keep up. At the same time, global instability, economic shifts, and supply chain disruptions continue to push prices higher. What used to be considered basic necessities are now becoming luxuries for many. The middle class is shrinking, and more people are being pushed into poverty. This is not just an economic issue, it is affecting people's mental health, families, and overall quality of life. Anxiety about the future is growing. People are working harder, but feeling like they are falling behind. And for many, it feels like something deeper is happening, a shift in the world where survival itself is becoming more difficult, and the systems people once relied on are no longer as stable as they used to be. There is a time coming, a time when participation in the system will require alignment with it, not just agreement on the outside, but conformity on the inside. Global systems are aligning, power is shifting, structures are being rebuilt right before our eyes. What once seemed stable is now uncertain. What once seemed permanent is now fragile. The world is changing, not slowly, but rapidly. And while these changes are happening around us, something deeper is happening within humanity itself. The Bible warned us. In the last days, people would become lovers of themselves, as it is written in 2 Timothy 3:1-2. In the last days perilous times will come, for men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, and that is exactly what we are seeing. Pride is rising. People are elevating themselves above truth, above correction, above God. Humility is disappearing. Submission is rejected. Correction is hated. Everyone wants to be right. Few are willing to be transformed. Greed is increasing. The hunger for more has become endless. More money, more influence, more recognition, more control. Hearts are being consumed by the desire for status and power. Contentment is rare. Gratitude is fading. People are chasing things that will never satisfy, while ignoring the only one who truly can. Disobedience is spreading, not just toward authority, but toward truth itself. Truth is no longer absolute. It is being redefined, reshaped, rewritten. What was once called right is now called wrong. What was once called wrong is now celebrated. As it is written in Isaiah 5:20, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil." Confusion has become normal. Violence is increasing, not only in wars between nations, but in communities, homes, in everyday life. Anger is rising. Patience is disappearing. People are quicker to react than to understand, quicker to destroy than to build. Families are breaking apart. The foundation of society is shaking. Parents and children are divided. Marriages are collapsing. Commitment is becoming rare. Loyalty is fading. People walk away easily from relationships, from responsibilities, from promises. Loneliness is increasing. Even in a world more connected than ever, people feel more isolated than ever before, surrounded by thousands, yet known by no one. Hearts are empty. People are searching, but they don't know what they are searching for. Love is growing cold. As Jesus said in Matthew 24:12, because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. Compassion is fading. Kindness is becoming rare. People are quicker to judge than to understand, quicker to hate than to love. Darkness is not just around us, it is influencing hearts and minds. And in the middle of all this, deception is increasing. Voices are rising everywhere, claiming truth, but leading many in the wrong direction. False teachings are spreading. As it is written in Matthew 24:24, "For false Christs and false prophets will rise and show great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect." Lies are being accepted as truth. Truth is being rejected as a lie. Confusion is everywhere. People no longer know what is real and what is false. There is a spiritual blindness covering many, a falling away. As it is written in 2 Thessalonians 2:3, "That day will not come unless the falling away comes first." People who once believed are turning away. Faith is declining. Churches in some places are becoming empty, not because God has left, but because people have. Spiritual hunger is being replaced with distraction. Endless entertainment, endless scrolling, endless noise, anything to avoid stillness, anything to avoid truth. People are more focused on temporary things than eternal reality. But even in all of this, God is still speaking. His voice has not gone silent. Light is still shining in the darkness. As it is written in John 1:5, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it." The message of truth is still being preached through technology, through voices, through ordinary people willing to stand. The gospel is still spreading. As Jesus said in Matthew 24:14, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come." Nations are still hearing. Hope is still alive. Grace is still available. Mercy is still being extended. God is still calling people back to truth, back to righteousness, back to Him. And at the center of everything, one name remains constant: Jesus. The same yesterday, the same today, the same forever. The Bible declares that He will return, not as a servant this time, but as a king, not in humility, but in glory, not quietly, but in power. As it is written in Revelation 1:7, "Behold, He is coming with clouds, and every eye will see Him." Every eye, not some, not a few. Every eye will see Him. There will be no confusion, no doubt, no debate. The sky will open. Heaven will respond. The fact remains, before Jesus returns, the message of salvation will reach every corner of the earth. This is not just a hopeful idea. It is a divine promise. The gospel will not be limited by geography, language, culture, or systems of power. Every nation, every tribe, every tongue will hear the truth of who Jesus is. Even in places where Christianity is restricted or persecuted, the message continues to spread. People are encountering Jesus through dreams, visions, and personal revelations. Bibles are being translated into more languages than ever before. Communities that had no access before are now hearing the word in their own tongue. Jesus said in Matthew 24:37-39, "As the days of Noah were, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be. They were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away." People will be living their lives, making plans, building futures, and in a moment, everything changes. This is not a message of fear. It is a message of awakening, a call to return. In Joel 2:12, God says, "Return to me with all your heart, not halfway, not partially, fully." This is your moment to realign, to refocus, to reconnect, to step out of distraction and into purpose, to step out of fear and into faith, because Jesus is coming. And when He comes, what will He find? In Luke 18:8 it says, "Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, will He really find faith on the earth? Will He find a heart that is ready, a life that is aligned, a spirit that is awake, or distraction, delay, unpreparedness?" This is your moment. This is your warning. This is your opportunity. The signs are not coming. They are already here, and yet the invitation still stands. In Revelation 3:20, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in." He is still calling, still waiting, still giving time. But time is moving, prophecy is unfolding. The King is coming. Prepare your life, prepare your heart, stay ready. If this message touched you, do not ignore it. This could be the moment that changes everything. Give your life fully to God. Return while there is still time, and subscribe for more prophetic messages, prayers, and teachings that will help you stay ready, stay strong, and stay aligned with God in these last days. Because what is coming, you must be prepared.